Hi, everyone. Today we're just doing a quick overview of some of the things that we've covered in this video and what we're going to cover here to come. So just to sort of recap, the 5-year business plan, right? It covers your financial needs analysis, your taxes, your operations, your processes, your policies, your contracts, your mission, your vision, you're looking at your future goals and your projects. You're looking at the reason why you're in business and what makes you different. And you're looking at some of the, whether you need a storefront, how you're going to manage your business is basically what your business plan is, whether you have partners involved or whether you're going to be outsourcing and setting up your contingency plans. Now, your action plan is what we covered in one of the last videos, and that's the one that helps you hold yourself accountable. It's like a map that you follow that has a guide, step-by-step guide, showing you the direction and the steps and the timeline that you want to get it done. And it's done for a year at a time, month by month by month. And then at the end of the year, you do an evaluation, see where you're at, and write a new one and move forward from there. Now, contingency plans is something that we talked about just a little bit before, and that is where we take in that what if scenario of each activity, contract or appearance. We're looking at, what if something fails, or what if something doesn't go right, or gets hacked, or gets damaged, or while I'm traveling in my car and I had the window open and it rained, and now the books that I had in my car got ruined. There was contingency, a contingency plan would have avoided that really awful mistake. Because if you show up to a book signing event and your books are all soggy wet or damaged by the sun or something, it's not a good thing. So having some thought, putting some thought into what could go wrong and creating a contingency plan, or at least creating some sort of action plan where you're going to avoid that. For instance, you might have your books in suitcases that are, nicely sealed, zipped up, and tightly put away in these suitcases, so they're not rumbling around and banging back and forth inside the container. And it's much safer for traveling. It keeps them shaded. You don't have to worry about water damage, and it's perfect for traveling. Got a handle, good to go. Maybe that's going to be your contingency plan for taking your books to a book signing event. Just a thought, just an idea. Okay, so succession plans are going to involve who has the rights to my books, who do I give permission to, who has access to my unpublished material, if I get sick, if my brain stops functioning at 100%, if physically I'm unable to do my business or run my business, am I going to sell it? Will I pass it? Will I hand it off to my partner, my co-writer? What if my partner passes on, my co-writer passes on? Who gets the rights to their share of the written material or of the business? And how will I be working with their inheritor, like whoever inherits their portion, etc. So also, what if your relationship with that person dissolves? What is the what if scenario in that regard? How are you guys going to handle it? What's the best way to dissolve it? And having it discussed and written down is the best way to go when it comes to working with anyone, honestly, and it just protects everyone in every way. Now, you also want to look at having your signed agreement with your person that you're working with. If you're working with a fundraiser, you want to have a signed agreement saying, I'm supplying these books, you're going to sell them for this, I'll take them back if they're in good condition, you're responsible for theft, sign here. Easy, really simple, easy contracts. Same thing with any of your business partnerships, your business connections that you're working with. Having these little agreements is very, very helpful, just to make sure that everybody is going to be okay and on par. Everybody feels like they're going to be protected, and that protects you as well. Now, another thing that you want to make sure that you're doing throughout all of your business activities is keeping receipts for everything that you do, everywhere you eat, all your dining things. If you supply a meal, if you supply snacks or or you're hosting a meeting and maybe you picked up a box of donuts. I don't know. You want to make sure that all of your business expenses are kept a record of. Your tax person is going to tell them whether you can claim them this year or next year based on your income, because you could, backload a lot of costs and bring them up when you're making more money. Your accountant will explain all that to you. Your card receipts, your gas receipts, everything that you use for your business, because your accountant can then help you figure out what percentage of that use can be claimed on your business taxes. And that's going to help you when it comes to your income tax. You'll get a heck of a lot better tax returns by having a home-based business. You have a lot of things, a lot of benefits that you can use that business for to improve your financial situation as well. Okay, so those are the things that we have covered on this program. We've talked about contracts and signed agreements. We've talked about succession plans, contingency plans, action plans, business plans, and what those involve. We talked about why 5-year business plans, why 1-year action plans, and how to go about managing them. Okay, so the next video, we're going to be taking into consideration of how to make your efforts in everything that you do much more effective, and to pause, put the pause on, put the brakes on before you take on that task. Consider what we're going to talk about in the next video, and then move forward with that task once you've considered those things, because it'll be much more efficient, much more effective, much greater rate of return, much less work and stress on your part by doing these simple steps. Okay, so we'll talk about that in just a moment.